What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Infrared Scott bringing you the Scott Report Cliff Note Edition, where I bring you little bits of news that's going on around the net. A little bit of background and what to look forward to as far as the format goes. Monday through probably Thursday or Friday, I'll be just doing podcast or just kind of like an audio video with pictures going across, because I'm a regular cat just like you guys. I'm not in this for the money or the fame. Of course, that would be nice. But when I get home from work, I just want to kick back, relax, watch some TV, watch some anime, games, sports, and just enjoy the rest of my day like you guys. And if trying to do video, a lot goes into that as far as editing, even on a less of a professional level like I'm doing right now, because I'm just starting out. So it takes a lot of time out for me right now while I'm learning my niche to do video. And I would much rather get you guys something out than to have less content because I have to edit everything. So just to get my numbers up and to keep news flowing for you guys during the week. Earlier on in the week, a lot of videos may be just like this, where it'll just be like a slideshow with me talking and giving you guys the news. So now that that's out the way, let's actually get to the show, because I got some good stuff for you. Well, first and foremost, we got some big news for Marvel and DC right now. As far as Marvel, Zendaya takes a lead role in the Spider-Man reboot. For those of you who may not be familiar with her, she was on Disney's Shake It Up. She was on Dancing with the Stars, and they're kind of keeping it under wrap, but the lead character she's playing is a character named Michelle. So I can already see it might be some outrage for people thinking this would be a misdirection for Mary Jane. Like, instead of it being Mary Jane, her name is going to be like Michelle Jones or something. Then they go, haha, Mary Jane. But at the same time, I'm kind of optimistic about it as well, because she could very well be a character that comes from the Spider-Man universe by the name of Michelle Gonzalez, who she came along around the Brand New Day storyline when they rebooted Spider-Man's life and into like Superior Spider-Man and any adventures he had after that. I think that was around 2009 to 2010, where they rebooted his life. He started everything all over. Him and Mary Jane was estranged, and Michelle has kind of been his love interest until like recently, and I think she's still around, but I was just haven't brushed up on Spider-Man before the Marvel Now storyline and everything went along, and after Secret War. But it'll be pretty interesting to have her in there, and then probably still have Mary Jane. I can easily see her being like a best friend character, or probably another part of the love triangle, and they can still have Mary Jane. I mean, me personally, I feel you need Mary Jane as much as you need Gwen Stacy, because she's a big part of Spider-Man's life. So I don't think there's any cause for alarm yet just because Zendaya is playing like a lead role. She might just be like an interest, or she might have just a big role as one of Peter Parker's friends. Maybe she'll be one of the few people who knows he's Spider-Man starting out. And it can, how Marvel does things, they probably just throw her into roles after that. Even if she's a character that's coming out that's not existing right now, she probably is going to exist. So let me know what you think about that. Again, I think it's going to be Michelle Gonzalez. I'm hoping they're not trying to phase out Mary Jane, because we didn't get her entirely in the Amazing Spider-Man series, even though it was good that we got Gwen Stacy. So that's that news. Over on the DC side of things, J.K. Simmons has been cast in Justice League Part 1 as Commissioner Gordon, which is pretty interesting, because if you're not familiar with him, he done a lot of voice work. Most notably, he was on Legend of Korra, and he was also J. Jonah Jameson in the original Spider-Man trilogy, the Sam Raimi and the Tobey Maguire era. So for DC to pick him up as Jim Gordon, that's a pretty big thing, because you got a pretty solid actor in Simmons. At the same time, it's a little bit of a heartbreaker, because I really would have liked for him to reprise his role as JJ in Spider-Man. So look forward to that coming up as well. DC, as you know, they're doing things a little bit backwards. They're doing the Justice League movie as a whole first, and then everything is going to split off into their own movies after that. So I'm pretty sure if this movie does well, or if Batman Superman does well, we'll definitely see Simmons as Commissioner Gordon once Batman's solo movie comes out. Other news that we have today, Kiznaiver, which is done by Studio Trigger, the same studio that gave you Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. The Japanese release date as well as the Crunchyroll date has been dropped for this one. It's going to come out on April 9th, and it will be at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time for us here in the United States. So I guess that's almost a simulcast. So they've been very vague about what this anime is about. Pretty much it's just going off the steams that if it's done by Studio Trigger, just expect for it to be crazy and not serious, and just sit back, relax, and have a good ride with it. If you've checked out my my video about what I'm going to watch in spring of 2016, I tried to get through the story, but it's just got so convoluted that I kind of gave up on it. But I owe you guys a better example of that as a reviewer and as someone who's going to be bringing you the news. So a little bit was about the story take place in a fictional Japanese city called Sugimura City. One day, Sonosaka tells her classmate Kazuhira, "You've been selected to be a Kiznaiver." The Kizuna system, which allows Kazuhira to share his wounds, connects him to classmates whose lives and personalities completely differ from his. The Kizuna system is an incomplete system for the implementation of world peace that connects people through wounds. All those who are connected to the system are called Kiznaivers. When one Kiznaiver is wounded, the system divides and transmits the wounds among other Kiznaivers. Sugimura City is built on reclaimed land, but as the years go by, the city's population is decreasing in the story and is set in a town where Kazuhira and the others live. So again, that comes on April 9th. It will be at 11:30 a.m. April 9th, which is a Saturday on Crunchyroll legally. And looking forward to checking that out because I really love Kill la Kill. It's really up there. I've heard so much acclaim about Gurren Lagann, but I never got past like episode 5. People tell me that's when I should just keep with it. So I might check it out again and see how things go. Look out for that as well. My last bit of news that I have for you guys today is Sentai Filmworks has announced that Parasite, the Maxim, season 1 or episode 1 through 12 is coming soon on DVD right now, DVD and Blu-ray for everybody to pick up. They're taking pre-orders for it now. It's going to hit you up for $39.99. So $49.99 for Blu-ray, which isn't too bad of a price, especially dealing with someone that has most of my favorite anime through Aniplex, and everything that they put out is $200, $300. I'm not even going to get on Unlimited Blade Works how much they're charging for that. But I really enjoyed Parasite. It was definitely, if not the one of the best animes of last season. I'm looking forward to owning it. It's running on Toonami right now. I'm not sure if it concluded because I wasn't watching it, but I know it is running. And then it's a pretty decent price for you to pick it up. And Sentai Works, they do okay work. I know they're currently doing Kill la Kill, and that's running as well as far as the English dub. The Parasyte dub was okay. I liked Migi's voice in it. And just picking up this series alone because it's such a gem. It really is one of the best things that you can watch. It's like one of those gateway animes such as Bebop or maybe Death Note or something that you can show somebody who's not into anime, and you can show them that and show that it's all not like etchy or, you know, big boobs and craziness or power-ups like Dragon Ball. You can show them that anime actually does have like some seriousness and heart and soul to them as well. So that's it for Cliff Notes. Thank you guys very much for listening. As I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to be here with me, and I definitely appreciate that. If you liked anything I had to say in this video, please drop it a like. If you want to hear more, subscribe. And that's not all. If you want to hear more like what this show is, be sure to check out me and my boy CJ on Imperfect Geniuses. I'll be sure to drop the SoundCloud link in the bottom with the rest of the links here. We drop every other Wednesday. We bring you all the comic news, reviews, entertainment. We're the whole package there, and we bring that to you every other Wednesday, so please check that out as well. Thank you once again for joining me here on the Scott Report Cliff Note Edition. It's your boy Infrared signing out.